inspiring people is a divine job, and that gives them the proof that if you can do it, they can do it. Because it's all about, it's all right to look at high-profile people, billionaires, and thinking, I will never be like them. But when somebody who is an everyday person like myself comes in front of 10,000 people and speaks from the heart and shares the song that they never heard before, that's so unique and so priceless that people are thinking, I could be more. So my point is that if I can inspire other people, for sure you can. And that's your job. It's not your 9-to-5 job, but it's about bringing at the table what you hold in your heart, broadcasting your passion and your love, your empathy, your consideration for other people's circumstances, and sharing with them that unique solution you discover within your own life. Because changing somebody's circumstances is a tall order, but it's a mindset. Everything is within your mind, and wealth is a mindset. And all the people you see out there thinking, they're millionaires, or they all got their own story, and at some point they lost everything. At some point they got bankrupt. At some point they reconsider everything and change their thinking. But it's one thing they never did. They never give up. And they come back even more powerful. And instead of, they replace the millions they lost with billions. And it is a mindset. And it's about mastering what you know. What is that you discover yourself throughout your journey? And I said this before, and I'm a great believer that society conditions you to look at, to focus on goals that are external to you, like that next big car, that next big house, that next big luxury holiday. And there's nothing wrong with that, but all these are external, earthly goals. But what you should focus instead, and what you should all learn this in school from very early age, is to look inside and see what is that you got, only you got, and you could master that. So whatever it is that is your passion, your talent, or your unique gift, was given to you at birth, and it wasn't given to you to hold it back, because that's like a crime against humanity. It was given to you purely to bring it out into the world and provide a solution for somebody else. And when you master that, that's the true goal, your life purpose. It's something that nobody can take away from you. So when you lose millions or whatever it is that you hold, it's not important anymore, because what you have inside in your heart, nobody can take away. So many times I said that your past is not your destiny, and for sure your future is not relevant. What is really important is what you are doing right now, how you value the present. And it's called the present for a reason, for a good reason. That's the most valuable gift of life is the present. It's called the present for a reason. So when you live in the now, when you focus on what you have right now, not thinking of your past, of all the stories you are telling your mind, usually they are negative stories, you make room for more. You focus on what you have, and each time you have an idea and you realize that it's too big, of course you get scared, because your first question is how I'm going to do this. But that's the wrong question to ask. So you have to learn to ask yourself better questions. This is what we do at the Academy of Significance. We go through a process of discovering what are the right questions for you to ask yourself. Because once you ask yourself the right questions, immediately your mind will give you the right answers. You got it all, and more than you need. It's just a question of putting your focus and allowing your mind to focus on what is important and vital, not on what happened in your past or what would you love to have in the future. It's nothing to do with that. It's what you do with your present, with right now. Right now you are listening to this radio show, and you are here for a reason. And you have to make the best of it. You have to start asking yourself the right questions. You have to understand that there are people out there who are where you want to be, where you belong, and you better connect with them and find out what is the shortcut. So we don't have another 3,000 years in front of us as human beings. We have a limited amount of time. That's why I feel this sense of urgency to reunite you with your passion. That's my divine job, and I know that the only way I can help you with that is by broadcasting your passion, and broadcasting your passion not within your local community or existing audience, but creating new audiences. Broadcasting your passion worldwide is the only way, because there are people out there who need you, and they need you in a way that they are like starving. They are they will pay any money to learn from you, and you don't know who they are. But when you elevate your position, when you join the Academy of Significance, what's happening, you become part of a community. And we have teaching exchanging program, and you go and speak if you are in London, you go and speak in China. If you are in China, you go and speak in Hawaii. If you are in Hawaii, you go and speak in South Africa, and so on. So it's like, to me, this is a butterfly effect. So you take that knowledge, that unique gift you have, and spread it into the right places. So it's almost like trusting that who needs you is going to find you, because you did everything in your power to make yourself available. And making yourself available to great experiences is really very important, because speaking on stage is the most powerful exercise of sharing. It's Dalai Lama said that our society doesn't need more successful people, and this is true, because success is your birthright anyway. So it's a choice of activating your birthright, being successful. But what society needs is more storytellers, more healers, more people who are helping other people. So, I'm sorry. So when I'm saying be seen, be present, I'm not saying this is not something a commercial. This is basically a very simple shortcut for you to go from where you are to where you belong. Over to you, Sarah.
Yeah, that's really, really incredible, Marina, and I love it, and I loved when you're sharing your story about, which is basically almost ties in. The world doesn't need more successful people; it needs more storytellers. And just looking at when you basically put, including myself, can be very uncomfortable with, and it's actually just being ready all the time. But the one thing that you can have all the time, and you always have with, and you always people connect with, is telling your story. We have lived, I'll probably say all of us have been through school at one level or another, and we live a world of textbooks. It's a bit of an abstract world that is there. You go, get a business textbook, and the three of us on the call right now can testify to this, the difference between what you are studying about business in a textbook and the real life experience, what actually happens when you're doing business. I say one of the greatest learning curves for me was to shift from being an expert and being an employee to being an entrepreneur. And you're still the same person, but it takes different qualities that you already have. And a lot of people are scared to do the whole transition because of the process. But the reality is the thing that changes is not what you know, but it's your mind. Because you already know and already have everything. And bringing it back, it's amazing the difference between reading in a textbook or seeing their slides, and I'm going through the slides, to when I stop and telling my story. something that is me, something that is why I'm here, something that changed my life 20, 30, however long ago, but it's my story. Because each and every person listening today, each and every person there is something billion. We all have a story. Connect with another person's story. Marina, I'm going to hand it over to Kanani, and she can share while I connect to Janet. Kanani.
Yes. Thank you so much. I completely agree with, the idea of having textbook knowledge. I mean, we've all been raised in different ways. Some countries have books to learn from and some don't. Coming from the U.S., we're always in school 24/7, either in professional setting, in the school system, or outside with our parents being told to do our homework, and then learning about countries that don't have textbooks but actually live life. They actually struggle. They actually work hard to get where they need to go. And there's a very huge difference when you see people with a drive that have struggled, that have applied different concepts, even though they may not be textbook smart, they have certain qualities about them because they were made through the struggles that they individually went through. So amazingly, being able to connect with people internationally, you're able to actually learn what people's lives are like and understand how they've actually applied different types of knowledge and what types of qualities that they have to apply in their life and things that we can learn from. So for myself, in my story, I was raised on the government welfare system, with a mom who really just struggled in housing, trying to get us out, trying to save, trying to be on a budget, and trying to get us to a point from renting to getting away from welfare. And it took a lot for my mom to be able to do that. So we have in the U.S., and I don't know internationally how it works, but we have food stamps where you get food using these little coupons. And I remember being young, not knowing what it was. I just thought it was money, and I would give it to what we call the Manipula man. The Manipula man, we sell what you call Manipula, which is pork inside a white bun, a white piece of bread. And we would buy that at this little truck, and that's what we call the Manipula man. And we would buy it with these little food stamps, and we didn't know what it was, but my mom knew. She was struggling, and it took all of my mom's years to struggle and get us out of that, and I learned by watching her struggle, and I struggled myself in understanding this whole government system and how it works, making money and everything. So just my small bit of struggle is probably nothing compared to people who have struggled without education or who have applied their own lifestyle without textbooks. There's certain things that come out from a person that comes from the struggle. So I'm very grateful for my struggle, but I'm also grateful for other people's struggle and their willingness to share their stories about their struggle and to see people struggle and see what they value because of the struggle. When you struggle, there are certain things that you value even more. So for some people, they want all the flashy, all the money stuff, especially here in the U.S., and even maybe in different international companies or countries where there's money and everyone wants the big lifestyle. But then when you see somebody that has struggled and have come out from struggles, they actually seem to value certain things differently. They don't just want the flashy stuff, but they want a different life. They want to share. They want to give more. They want to be of service to other people because they know what it's like and they know where they've been and they want to be there for other people. So they value relationships better. They value just different things, types of things in life more than others. I'm not saying that, those who have the flashy lifestyle don't value. I'm just saying that there's just a different way, a different viewpoint, different